Today on Learn to Love, I want to help you appreciate one of my all-time favorite glorious green vegetables, broccoli. Love it or hate it, the nutritional value of broccoli cannot be denied. It's full of vitamin C and calcium, and it'll keep you regular, if you know what I mean. Today, I want to show you how to learn to love broccoli by making it 3 delicious ways. I'm going to show you my oven-roasted broccoli, an incredible broccoli slaw, and finally, a broccoli stir-fry that you are absolutely going to adore. So let's get started by preparing our broccoli. So I've got a beautiful head of broccoli here, and we're gonna start by removing the florets and putting them aside. A lot of people throw broccoli stalks away, and that is a huge mistake because there are a ton of nutrients in the stalk. I peel them, cut off the woody end, and then grate them to use in all sorts of recipes, like the broccoli slaw I'm going to show you in a minute. But first, let's get started with some super simple but super flavorful oven-roasted broccoli. So I've got my broccoli florets standing by, and in a small bowl, I'm going to combine some olive oil with some minced garlic. I'm going to dress my florets with the olive oil mixture and stir it until it's well coated. Then I'm going to pour it onto a baking sheet and put it into the oven at 425 degrees for between 10 and 15 minutes. When they're ready, they're nice and tender, but they've got some crispy bits on the outside, which make them extra delicious. We're gonna finish these off with some lemon zest, some lemon juice, and some freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Broccoli will never be the same again. Now let's talk about my amazing broccoli slaw. It's all the goodness of traditional coleslaw, but with the added benefits of broccoli. So we're gonna get started with our dressing, and this is really, really simple. Instead of mayo in this dressing, I'm using Greek yogurt. You could use mayo if you prefer. So to my plain Greek yogurt, I am going to add some apple cider vinegar, some honey, and some salt and pepper. It's really as simple as that. I'm going to whisk this all together and then set it aside while I assemble my slaw. So for my slaw, I'm going to be combining some shredded broccoli stock. I've drained a little bit of the water because I do find it's got some high water content. I'm going to top it with some shredded red cabbage and some shredded carrot. Now, you can also add some shredded apple to this. It gives it a nice sweet bite that I love. If you are adding the apple though, I definitely recommend adding it just before you mix your salad because otherwise it will brown and ruin the entire aesthetic of this gorgeous salad. I'm going to add my dressing. We're going to toss this all together, and there you go. You've got an amazing broccoli slaw that is not only super delicious, but also extra nutritious. What could be better than that? Now let's get started on our broccoli stir fry. You know, the great part about this recipe is that it's very versatile. You could add some chicken or some beef, some grilled shrimp would be amazing with it, or even some tofu. But today I'm keeping it just veg. So I've got some chopped bell pepper and some chopped broccoli standing by, and I'm going to start by heating some oil in a non-stick frying pan. Once the oil is heated, I'm going to add my peppers and then my broccoli. I basically want to give them a little bit of a head start before I start layering in my flavors. So I'm going to cook this mixture for 2 or 3 minutes or until the broccoli starts to turn bright green. Then I am going to add a whole lot of flavor. What I'm gonna do is create a little well in the middle of my broccoli mixture, and to that I'm going to add some garlic, some grated ginger, and some chopped red chilies. Now if you don't like the heat, it's totally fine, you can leave the chilies out, but I think this flavor combination is one of my all-time favorites. I'm going to toss everything together well and then cook this for another 30 seconds or so, or until everything becomes really fragrant. While that's cooking, I'm going to combine a little bit of vegetable broth, some soy sauce, and a tablespoon or so of honey. I'm going to whisk it together and then pour it over all of my veggies. We're gonna let this cook for another 2 or 3 minutes, and it is ready to serve over a beautiful bed of rice. I'm going to finish it with some crushed cashews and some green onion, and baby, that's dinner. I hope this video has inspired you to get a little more creative with your cruciferous vegetables. And if you give any of these tasty recipes a try, be sure to tweet or Instagram me a photo because you know I love seeing what you're coming up with in your very own kitchens. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to The Domestic Geek because there's lots more deliciousness where this came from.